Hello guys and welcome to the second final round of season 2. There is 31 points between the top 2 in the championship. Charles Leclerc can win this championship if he if he can if the excuse me that one. Charles Leclerc can win this championship if Lewis Hamilton does not outscore him by 7 points. If Lewis Hamilton scores 7 points or more, I think actually might be 6 points or more as well, then the championship goes into the final round. Well, sorry, if Lewis Hamilton scores 7 points more than Charles Leclerc this race, then the championship goes into the final round of the season. So as Lewis Hamilton wins this race, basically, we have one more, no matter where Charles Leclerc is, we've got one more race of this close championship fight. Of course, still technically the top 5 in the championship. Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Antonelli, Norris, they're still technically mathematically in it, but for the other guys, it's a lot less likely. Charles Leclerc, we're watching him now, it could become champion at the South African Grand Prix, as we're seeing here. And unfortunately, we've seen in the past, it's hard to overtake cars out on track in qualifying. And unfortunately for, I think it might be Russell, not Russell, Antonelli, he is stuck behind a Cadillac who has a lot of traffic for Braun GP there, trying to get through the field. And Hamilton, he's also getting past the Porsche there. This is crucial. Whoever gets pole position in this race, it could really decide a lot of things. So yellow flag in sector 3. I'm going around looking around to see who it is. It looks like it's Alex Dunn, who is down at that final corner. The cars are all stopped on track out there. Why is Hamilton stopped on track? They're all slowing right down. I can't actually get round to them. I can't see where it is and stuff. My thing's just not working. The Leclerc comes into the pits. This touchscreen to the left is not working for me. I'm running into issues here. Watch this. It wasn't working for me there. I'm running into issues, but Ferrari come into the pits before they can finish the lap time. And due to this crash, wherever it happened, I think it happened towards the end of the lap. Due to this crash, Perez and Hadjar are both 20 seconds off the pace. What can Fernando Alonso do though? Fernando Alonso and Tsunoda, are they going to finish their lap, or are they going to do whatever most other drivers did and come into the pits? Got a bit of traffic at the end of the lap. Oh, that's not good for them. Load of traffic at the end. Everybody just getting in the way. Of course they do. That's what they do. Tsunoda and Alonso cross the line now. That is, yeah. The gaps are huge. All because that crash has really shaken up the field. Well, I think they've sorted itself out now. Charles Leclerc, championship leader. He's fighting for the championship, obviously, this race. He starts his first flying lap after he abandoned his other one. Let's see what he can do. Charles Leclerc going for the hairpin now. He's going to have a bit of traffic potentially here of Mercedes of George Russell. I think that is. It was Kimi Antonelli, not Russell. I'm getting confused with these helmets and stuff. He goes around the final corner now. Look, Charles Leclerc, he will finish his lap time here. Potentially give it a slipstream at the end there. Or he just held up a little bit. 44. Well, he's not fast enough as they all shoot past him. Hamilton, now look at Hamilton. Verstappen's on provisional pole here. Hamilton, he is the next big guy in the championship. Yellow flag sector 1 though, and it is because Tsunoda is off into the wall. I don't think anyone else is out now though, but Tsunoda's in the wall and Hamilton goes P2. Verstappen keeps his provisional pole so far, but unless somebody else could do anything about it, Hulkenberg starts his final lap. Gasly rounds the final corner. Another yellow flag, and I think it's a Haas, somebody I don't actually know who it is. On board the board, let us we figure out who this is now. It's Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg and Pierce are out of turn 1. That is devastating for them. They seem like they're finding it difficult to stay on track. Alonso crosses his line. Is this the start or finish his flying lap? I think this is the start his flying lap. Antonelli and Ocon yet to start actually complete a lap time. All these yellow flags are making them have to abandon their laps and stuff. Alex Dunn, he will not finish the lap, obviously he's out. Max Verstappen on provisional pole, 2 tenths up from Hamilton, 4 tenths up from Behrman, who's in 3rd, and Norris in 4th, who's also 4.5 tenths behind Verstappen. It's a lot of time these guys have got to make up. Tsunoda's going to finish his lap time. You guys hear snoring with my dog, he's lying down on me and trying to make sure you guys won't hear it, but Tsunoda goes P4. That is crucial for him, as Leclerc is the next one to start his lap. He goes round the final corner. He's going to start his lap now. We're going to be watching Charles Leclerc. But he's going to have a lot of traffic this lap. I mean, a lot of traffic. Antonelli, he's also starting his lap. He will also probably a lot of traffic. There was contact there. Leclerc's in the wall. Leclerc is out. The championship contender is out. There is contact. Antonelli, his lap has been extremely affected by this. His lap is ruined. He is absolutely going to be fuming after that when Lewis Hamilton starts his lap as well. Charles Leclerc, though, is out. And that is the championship leader, fighting to win his championship, his first championship. It's his championship of season 2. Is now out. Antonelli's abandoned his lap time. He will potentially not have a lap time in this session. That is his championship almost certainly over. Hamilton, though, he's going for pole position. So is Max Verstappen. So is Ollie Behrman. Verstappen rounds these fast, kind of S-like section. He's all into the final corner hairpin. There he is now. We see Max Verstappen across the line. Max Verstappen, does he improve his lap time? I don't think he did improve it. Hamilton's in the wall! Hamilton is in the wall, the final corner. What can Ollie Behrman do potentially? Is he going to be held up by this yellow flag? Green flag conditions now, guys. Go green flag. Yes, he does. I don't think Ollie Behrman will improve his lap time. Hamilton is in the wall. But he's still in second place unless Ollie Behrman can go ahead. Ollie Behrman does not improve. Lando Norris is next of the top 5 of the closest probably in the championship and in the session. Not Lando Norris. He crosses the line. He does not improve. Pierre Gasly. Gabriel Borletto across the line now. Gabriel Borletto, can he improve? He does go to P8. Pierre Gasly now as well. Valtteri Bottas as well. Pierre Gasly. Alex Albon. Gasly does not improve. Alex Albon, does he improve? No, but Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen, ladies and gentlemen, is on pole position for the South African Grand Prix. The 5 championship contenders, who have mathematically the championship fight, Lando Norris, George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, and Lewis Hamilton. They're set, and Charles Leclerc are in P6, P2, P22. Where's Russell? Here's the starting grid then. Max Verstappen's on pole position. As we got Lewis Hamilton in second place, Ollie Behrman third, and fourth is Yuki Tsunoda, and fifth is Lando Norris. Sixth is Charles Leclerc, seventh is George Russell, eighth is Gabriel Borletto, ninth is Sonny Hayes, and 10th is Carlos Sainz, 11th is Lance Stroll, 12th is Arvid Lindbergh, 13th is Pierre Gasly, 14th is Valtteri Bottas, 15th is Alex Albon. So Joshua Pearson 16th, 17th is Oscar Piastri, disappointing for him. 18th is Fernando Alonso, 19th Isaac Hadjar of Red Bull, 20th Perez, a good qualifying for him given recent performances. 21st Hulkenberg, 22nd Dunn, 23rd Ocon, Kimi Antonelli, who sets Kimi Antonelli fighting for the championship. No time, it's at the back of the grid. It's 5 red lights. Here the revs. Lights out and away there you go. Max Verstappen seems to have a good start from Lewis Hamilton there. Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton side by side now. Down into this turn 1. Verstappen and Hamilton collide a little bit. Behrman's off the track into the wall potentially. There's safety cars deployed. Carlos Sainz is out of this race. You can see him there facing the wrong way. Behrman is still in this race, I think. There was a bit of contact between Behrman and Tsunoda, I reckon. Leclerc, he's still in this race. Yes, he is. It's only Carlos Sainz is out. Who didn't make turn 1. Charles Leclerc is not sitting in Charles Leclerc will not win the championship if the race finishes like this. Max Verstappen leads the Grand Prix, of course. He hasn't even finished the podium since season 1, round 1. Well, now it's season 1, round 14. Season 2, round 14, sorry. And he's leading the Grand Prix. He's into the pits. I think he might be the only driver pitting. So that might be because of damage. Was he involved in the collision potentially with Carlos Sainz? I don't know. But he goes from medium tyres to soft tyres, which is a bit interesting. So I'm assuming lap cars, now technically there's no lap cars, but that does mean the safety car be in this lap. Yuki Tsunoda, I mentioned it last race and I think the race before, probably every race since he's finished the race. But he only finished 1 race this season and it's round 2 in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He's currently running up a P4 once again. He's had good qualifying recently, but he's again been DNFing every race. I want to comment on how this track is. In real life, the track is amazing. That F1 should be going there. In this game, I think this track is a death zone to overtake on. We've seen it in qualifying, trying to get past lap cars. We've seen it slow cars. We've seen in qualifying just trying to get past cars and getting rolling stuff. You know, there was a lot of DNFs. Hamilton was in the wall. Leclerc and Pierce and all that was in the wall. Stop drivers from finishing the laps. We saw at the beginning of this race, science. I reckon the AI just don't know how to drive this track, and I think it can be quite interesting to watch. So I disabled safety car for the next 5 laps after this one. I'm gonna call it 5 laps. It'll probably be a bit longer before I forget. I'll disable virtual safety car after like the first 3 probably, because there's probably quite a few. And we'll see how the racing goes. But what I'm saying is, I don't think this race is going to finish remotely like this. I think probably, remember the European Grand Prix, I think it was, with only 8 finishers? I think we'll see that. Safety car is ending though. Can Verstappen extend his lead out in front from Lewis Hamilton? Because Lewis Hamilton, he's currently sitting in the place, but will keep his championship hopes alive. They go green once again though. We're looking down the field for cars potentially going side by side. We see Valtteri Bortoleto, what the heck? That's not his name. Valtteri Bottas. Looking at our overtake with Alex Albon. Now Alex Albon's going side by side with Pierce. Albon and Bottas are going back side by side. Yellow flag sector 2, and it's because Hulkenberg and Perez are now out, and they're in the wall there. We can see a safety car is out there. Virtual safety car is out, not a full safety car. But we will now have to start distracted by this NASA thing, because of course the Artemis 2, we've got that in the background. It's just a photo of the spaceship right now, but it's pretty cool. This is now interesting to watch. As Verstappen still leads the Grand Prix from Behrman, from Tsunoda, from Norris, from Leclerc. Currently, as it stands, Leclerc will not be champion still. He's probably got to gain 2 places if Hamilton finishes second. If you guys hear an audio, it's that spaceship thing. I'm turning it off just so you guys can't hear it. As we go green again, Verstappen's got a gap up in front. Leclerc is going to probably try to get past Norris here potentially. Another yellow flag in the background. Dunn's in the wall. Dunn is facing the wrong way. Dunn is in the wall and facing the wrong way. As we head back up to Leclerc. As virtual safety car is out once again. Because Dunn is out. He's retired in the spot, it looks like. We're not going to go back to view him because he's despawned. And we already saw him facing the wrong way. I'll probably disable virtual safety car after next time, probably. It's getting darker here. I have to turn up my brightness on my phone just to see, because it's actually getting quite dark. I think Esteban Ocon was involved in that collision with Alex Dunn, because he's dropped back a lot. On board of Charles Leclerc now, though, he's going to be looking potentially at an overtake on Lando Norris as he enters now. Lando Norris and George Russell, not Lando Norris, George Russell, Leclerc side by side. Russell and Leclerc side by side. This is crucial. Leclerc falls back even more. He doesn't want to do that. Now Leclerc is looking at Lando Norris. Oh, there's contact. Leclerc's out of this race. The championship contender's out of this race. Now his hopes of the championship potentially. I've disabled virtual safety car, so after this one, that'll be it. For the next couple of laps, I'll probably go to lap 10. Before I re-enable it. But Leclerc is out of this race. Hamilton's got to be careful now. Hamilton can really... If Hamilton wins this race, he'll go from 31 points behind to 6 points behind. And that'll bring the championship right alive. Hamilton's got to get past Verstappen carefully, though. He's caught up to Verstappen. We've seen him go through here. Hamilton's caught right up to Verstappen. No, he's got to be careful, because if Hamilton crashes out this race, Leclerc will be the world champion. Unless Russell can, finish high up. But Russell's out of the race. Russell's championship is over. Russell could not win season 2. The season 1 champion cannot win season 2. His championship is over. Antonelli, who's also out, his championship is also over. Arvid Lindblad and Lance Stroll, they're out now. At the final corner, there's Lance Stroll. I think Arvid Lindblad's car's despawned. They both despawned now. Lando Norris, he's gone from 49, but his championship, if he finishes here, is also over. He's got to win this race. Lando Norris stay alive in the championship. So currently, there's only Hamilton and Leclerc remaining in championship contention here. Leclerc still leading the championship after this race. So yellow flag out. I want to figure out who it is. It's Pierce and Hadjar. Pierce and Hadjar are out. They're out of this section here, but they've despawned as well. Here's the big crowd of people coming to the pits now. Some dogs whining and it's annoying me. Hamilton is still behind Verstappen. As we see, my dog's climbing all over me. He's a good boy at times, but he's not being a good boy right now, are you? Yeah, that's better. Good boy. Yes, you are being a good boy now. Okay. If there was a cat in the garden, I think he saw the cat. I'm currently sitting in my living room playing this. Leclerc, Hamilton, and Verstappen are in the pits. As we see, Yuki Tsunoda in the Porsche lead the Grand Prix. He is actually looking on course to finish in this race for once. Hamilton's going to exit behind Verstappen as expected. Will they exit in front of Albon though? Albon, who has pitted, who probably has to pit again though, is in second place and currently net first. Season 2, round 2 of Saudi Arabian Grand Prix winner is currently second place, with Verstappen chasing him down. If Hamilton's smart and just holds back a little bit, and hopefully not let Behrman attack him, we could see potentially Verstappen and Albon battle, and well, we've seen earlier, take each other up potentially. There's only 13 cars remaining. If these two do collide, it'll be, there they go, side by side now, Verstappen and Albon. Verstappen gets past Albon, it's easy for him. There will not be any collision there. Now Hamilton's got to be careful and try to do potentially the same thing. If Hamilton goes out of this race now, that is Charles Leclerc champion. So he's got to be ultra careful here, potentially just stay behind Alex Albon. Remember, Lewis Hamilton's still got to finish 6th and above this race to keep the championship alive for him. Here he goes now, he's looking on the outside potentially. Alex Albon coming to cover him off. Side by side through this long corner. Lewis Hamilton, he's got to be careful here. Watch out for contact. Lewis Hamilton gets past Alex Albon safely, I think. Yes, he does. That is crucial for him. I was scared to take each other out, I'm not gonna lie. But he didn't. Now Lewis Hamilton's still chasing after Max Verstappen potentially. Verstappen and Hamilton both chasing after Yuki Tsunoda, who's somehow gone 10 laps in them medium tyres. He's now into the pits though. Don't know how he's gone 10 laps. But Hamilton, where is he compared to Verstappen? He's right there, right behind him basically. He is only 1.5 seconds behind him. Verstappen can easily win this race, I reckon. But Tsunoda, who's pits for soft tyres, so does Ocon. Tsunoda's going to exit. Where's he going to exit? He's going to exit ahead of Piastri here. Yes, he does exit ahead of Piastri. As done. And Gasly is and Piastri are side by side down that straight. Is my time sheet thing. I click on it to the driver. It's annoying. It doesn't really work right now. Bottas around P10, right behind Piastri in that Cadillac. Tsunoda, not only will he might finish this race for once. Well, twice actually. He might also finish the points for Porsche finally this season. 0 points scored for Porsche. His teammate is out the race. The cars are kind of separated now. Hamilton's kind of got up to Verstappen just a little bit. We're going back to Piastri. Hayes into the pits. He only got 3 laps in them soft tyres. Bottas is directly behind Piastri. This could be very interesting. Cadillac is fighting with McLaren. That's rare to see. Tsunoda is all over Bortoleto. There's a bit of contact there, a lot of contact there. You better watch his front wing. Now down to these final quarters now. There's been a lot of collisions down here previously. There could be a collision here as well. Tsunoda once again is in the wall, but he continues going. As Bortoleto's out of this race. Tsunoda's got front wing damage. As Bortoleto's out of this race. I've re-enabled virtual safety car and safety car so we can get in these final laps. Tsunoda, will he have to pit because of his front wing damage? I reckon he'll have to. I thought he was out of the race, I'm not going to lie. I thought he'd be out once again. He better be careful, because that car is not finishing the points once this season. Or, he's only finished this race once. And he's not finishing the points at all. Neither is his teammate. His teammates finished some races, not all of them. I think his teammates only finished like 5 races. Hamilton is chasing after, what's his face, Verstappen here. Norris is chasing after Behrman. I reckon Behrman could finish in the podium here. Tsunoda, does he pit? The answer to that is yes. Bottas has ran off wide a little bit here, side by side with Fernando Alonso. He's going to back out into this final corner. He's learned to be careful for there. Now he's going down the inside into turn 1. Bottas and Alonso side by side down the turn 1. Bottas is ahead of Alonso into turn 1. Alonso looking back through turn 2 into turn 3. No, he's going to settle behind him here. Alonso looking back to attack him on the outside of turn 4. Side by side. Alonso, this is a brilliant move. What a move from Fernando Alonso, the old man. Using all his years of experience to get past him there. Hamilton, though, is right behind Verstappen. We're going to have to go back to check that in a second. Yes, we are. And now he's lost a bit of time for that final corner. So we head back to Fernando Alonso, Valtteri Bottas, who are battling still for 7th place. He's all over 7th place, chaps. I'm out of breath after watching that. That was incredible. Piastri is also all over Yuki Tsunoda. But go back up to Alonso and Bottas. Bottas to the inside of Alonso here potentially on the straight. Look at that, he's using his battery. The battery deployment. He's on the inside of Fernando Alonso. Bit of contact there. Bottas once again past Fernando Alonso's Ocon joins this battle. They're still going side by side. Alonso now down the inside. Ocon also on the inside of Bottas. Alonso and Bottas. Alonso and Ocon get past Valtteri Bottas and into 7th and 8th. It's 6th and 7th, and Bottas still looking as Hamilton just loses time on the straight to Verstappen. It looks like back on board to Valtteri Bottas as he now heads down for this fast kink into a tight hairpin up here. Ocon all over Fernando Alonso, down into the final corner now. Lap 16 out of 18 and leaders are on. Hamilton's directly behind them. Ocon is ahead of Alonso's into the pits. Bottas continues going. Hamilton is directly behind Verstappen. Hayes is also joining this battle with Valtteri Bottas. Bottas has lost Ocon. Ocon has got ahead by a mile now. Hayes has caught up to Valtteri Bottas, so kind of like showing its true pace of being slow. I'm watching, don't worry, I'm watching Hamilton and Verstappen on the mini-map and on the timing screens. I don't think there's anything really to look out for there. As on to 2 laps to go. I think Verstappen's got his winning the bag. Yuki Tsunoda on the outside of Hayes now. Hayes on the inside of Bottas. Hayes is ahead of Bottas. Tsunoda, who's yet to finish 2 races this season, only finished 1. Yet to finish in the points this season. Porsche is yet to finish in the points at all in first season 1 and 2. Collision of the wall. Tsunoda's on the wall. He wants to get out. But Bottas, Tsunoda. He got to 2 laps to go, and he is out. He couldn't have just survived a little bit longer. Verstappen's won this race with Hamilton second, and Perman third, with safety cars deployed. We will once again only see 10 finishers this race, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, yeah, 10. I think that's the same as last race. Piastri will finish at 8 after that disappointing qualifying. He's in 7th. Hamilton couldn't get past Verstappen. Verstappen, for the first time in this Fantasy F1 Championship, will win a race. For a second I thought he pitted there because I couldn't see him. Ollie Behrman, after fighting for a podium in multiple races, will finally get that podium with Lando Norris behind him. I just realised that was the last lap. Sorry guys, after a disappointing season for Max Verstappen, he will finally get that well-deserved win. As now, this is absolutely amazing for him and Red Bull. Hamilton will bring this championship fight to 1 race to go. Behrman gets his first podium. Norris in 4th, Albon 5th, Ocon 6th. Great result for Haas. Hayes 7th, 8th Piastri, 9th is Alex Dunn. And Alonso is in 10th place. He's still stuck behind the safety car. You can't get past him. I almost watched Bottas that whole time. Alonso that whole time for some reason. Not Bottas, he's not in the race. That's why he's got lost where we were and stuff. That's my own fault, guys. He missed Verstappen crossed the line in his first race win of his fantasy championship, but a well-deserved victory for him it was indeed. And Behrman and Haas getting on the podium. After the up and down season for Ollie Behrman and Haas, he probably should have multiple podiums this season, but kind of not got them, fortunately. Hamilton, after probably thinking he could have won this race, does just get 2nd place, but at least that championship does go into the final round. I can't lie, I thought Leclerc could win the championship this race. I'm pretty sure though it'll go into the final round with a 13-point gap. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong on that one. It should be easy maths, but I'm not bothered to think about it. But because of the 13-point gap, it was to be very difficult for Lewis Hamilton to win the championship, but not impossible, as Fernando Alonso will get another points finish. He finally crosses the line to end this race. Here it is! Max Verstappen finally gets that win in this fantasy championship after an incredibly disappointing season for him. He does it! Car number 3, even though this game he's racing car number 6, because I couldn't find the car number 3 livery for him. Lewis Hamilton take second place. He's probably quite happy with that. Maybe better of a win, but he does take that championship fight to the last race of the season. Ollie Behrman finally on the podium. He should probably have multiple more podiums this season, but unfortunate circumstances have stopped him from getting. Lando Norris in 4th place. That's not enough for him to keep his championship hopes alive. It's only between Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc now, as Alex Albon gets 5th place and 6th Esteban Ocon, rounding up a great result for Haas. Hayes, once again, the points, 7th place, 8th Oscar Piastri could have finished higher, but given his qualifying, that is brilliant after being unlucky with all these yellow flags in qualifying. 9th is Pierre Gasly, 10th is Alonso, and once again, only the top 10 finish. Tsunoda's 11th, 12th is Valtteri Bottas, 13th is Gabriel Bortoleto. He also did not finish this race. Disappointing for him after getting taken out, I think it was, with Joshua Pierce. Isaac Hadjar, and Arvid Liblad, Lance Stroll, and George Russell. Charles Leclerc, that's disappointing for him. In the race, he could have become world champion, and it's Alex Dunn. Sergio Perez, Kimi Antonelli, another pointless finish for him. I think it's like the 3rd one in a row he's not finished in the points or finished the race. Same with George Russell, Mercedes. That's their championship's hopes alive. Ferrari are the Constructors' champions of Season 2. And here is the driver standings. I was right, it's 13 points between Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc into this final round of the season, as George Russell, Lando Norris and Kimi Antonelli are no longer championship contenders, as Hayes is in 6th place in the standings, Sainz is in 7th, 8th Bortoleto, 9th is Piastri, should be higher if he hasn't been lucky this season, 10th is Albon, 11th is Hadjar, 12th is Verstappen. After that win, it boosts him up a lot. 13th is Pierce, 14th is Alex Dunn, 15th is Nico Hülkenberg, 16th is Gabriel Bortoleto, 17th is Esteban Ocon, 17th is Pierre Gasly, 18th is Esteban Ocon, 19th is Fernando Alonso, 20th is Lance Stroll. Cadillac, both drivers on 6 points, 21st and 22nd. But Porsche, they could have got points this race if Tsunoda just wasn't so crash happy this season, but no. And here is the Constructors' table. It is Ferrari. They are the Constructors' champions of Season 2. Mercedes, of course, are not Mercedes, and both drivers have. Kimi Antonelli has not finished the past 4 races, and Russell's not finished the past 3 races. So that is their championship hopes naturally over, as they have not scored points at all the past 3. So maybe Mercedes have got to worry a little bit about McLaren. Of course, you can score 44 points as Constructors in a race, and McLaren are only 25 behind Mercedes. Williams in 4th so far, with Apex GP only 3 points behind them in 5th. Red Bull and Audi equal in points at 122 into this final round, 6th place and 7th place. 8th is Raw on GP, 9th is Haas after that podium, 10th is Aston Martin, 11th is Cadillac, and 12th is Porsche, who've not scored a single point this season. Go back to these race results. Lindblad has only finished 4 races this season. Tsunoda has only finished 1. Guys, next race is the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Make sure you keep the watch out when that video comes out, because a world champion will be crowned. Either Lewis Hamilton or Charles Leclerc. It's a battle between the Ferrari, the prancing horses, the year of the horse, I'm pretty sure it is, and well, Ferrari are the Constructors' champions, but who will be the Drivers' champion? It's Charles Leclerc or Lewis Hamilton, the Monegasque or the Brits. Guys, make sure you like button and the subscribe button and that notification bell. Don't miss out on the video.